like, I don't have any problems. I'm like, well, what do you mean? You're like, you're 84, you have no problems? And she's like, no, I have puzzles.
Not mine. Here. Wow.
Geniuses find their element, their sweet spot, and they set up their routines and their rituals throughout the day to be able to align with their time when they're most productive, right? If they're not have a lot of energy in the morning, working out is probably not as good as doing it some other time. So the when and the where, and setting up your environment for success, because all your triggers are there that allow them. So I think geniuses set themselves up. So for example, they have their laptop, but they only use their laptop for work, and it's anchored, that's part of their environment, it's anchored to get them into flow states to be able to write or be productive. They don't use their laptop to watch binge on Netflix, right? They have an iPad that they use when they do that, because that's the state that they want to anchor for that, and they don't use that iPad to do work. You know, setting up your environment like your bedroom. Like we just did a whole episode on sleep hacks and how to optimize your sleep, because that's a big, personal challenge for me for many years, because I had suffered from sleep apnea. It was a breathing disorder. I stopped breathing 200 times a night for at least 10 seconds, which is the equivalent of somebody coming in and just choking and suffocating you 200 times a night. And so I would actually, the reason why I'm so adamant about productivity and learning hacks is because for the longest time, for literally 5 years straight, and you know this, I've slept about 90 minutes to 2 hours a night total. And you know how you feel when you get like one bad night of sleep, and how like where your focus is, your energy level, and how I get these horrible migraines, and it's forced me to double down in my practices. In terms of, like, I have a limited amount of time. I have to focus on the things that really matter, resources and stuff. But anyway, going back to this, like, my bedroom is sacred space, right? I don't do work in there. I keep it because that's my trigger to be able to rest, go into parasympathetic space. I set up my environment, so I have my blackout curtains, I have my grounding pad, so it's to optimize my restful sleep that I do get. So environment, so Genius Leaves Clues, they set up genius environments for themselves. And then the behaviors, most people know because they're intuitive. These people are investing in themselves, they're investing in self-care. I always tell people that self-love and self-care is not selfish. A lot of people, they're there for their friends and their family and their clients and everybody else, but they're not refilling their cup. So I think that we have to be, grow givers, meaning we grow so we have more to give to other people, so we have more impact with other individuals. So the behaviors are reading each day and putting together your to-do list, and I think having your not to-do list is so important. Having been sleep deprived for so many years, I think a lot of people, I'm super sensitized to it, but I think one of the success rituals people should have is just going through and keeping a consistent not to-do list. And I think the most successful genius level individuals, one of the clues that they leave is their not to-do list is bigger than their to-do list, right? They don't check their phone in the morning, they don't take in, everything is hell yes or it's hell no, right? That's their filter system. They don't, they say no to good, so they can say yes to great. So the behaviors, then you have the habits, and then you have the beliefs and the values. And the beliefs and the values, because I watch, this is one of the reasons why I watch your show, because I'm just hearing all the time, you're listening to these amazing beliefs and values from achievers in every area. I mean, it's amazing. I mean, you have Wyclef there, and like Mel, and you have all these amazing individuals, but you see that there's a pattern that's there, right? And there's an art, but there's a science to it there, and there's an art to it and how they express themselves. And then I also do believe that some of those successful geniuses, and I say geniuses, not just, I'm not talking about IQ, right? I'm talking about an incredible, artist. I'm talking about an athlete. I'm talking about an advocate, in some area. Is they're clear about their identity, about who they are and who they are to the world. And so, but I know what they do commit is they do the work and they're committed to lifelong learning. And I feel like that learning, I always tell people, and we had this conversation, that if knowledge is power, then learning is your superpower. And I think it's a superpower that we all have. It's just that we're not taught. Like recently we had Quincy Jones in our audience, and I had to pull him on stage, right? And I was like, I have to ask you, We Are the World and Michael Jackson and Oprah, like, how'd you overcome these challenges, these problems that you had to be able to create this, this legacy? And he looked at me, he's like, Jim, I don't have any problems. I'm like, well, what do you mean? I'm like, you're 84, you have no problems? And she's like, no, I have puzzles. And I was like, wow, like that little shift of vocabulary changed everything for me. Yeah, because puzzles are like riddles. You could solve them, right? There's answers for it. And it was a change of perspective. And that was the thing about growing up with superheroes, reading these comic books late at night when I was so impressionable, is for me, a superhero more than anything represents hope. Do you know what I mean? That one person can make a difference. And a lot of superheroes go through a lot of challenges, right? When you think about the most popular superheroes, they're all orphans. Like Wonder Woman, Batman, Superman, Iron Man, Spider-Man, they all lost their parents, and they all through these big challenges, but through it, they found their dharma, they found their mission. And I find that if someone's watching this and they haven't found it quite yet, maybe I have a belief that their mission and that people's mission, their purpose, and their path is looking for them also. But most of us aren't sensitized to it, because it's coming in different forms and we're not open to it as much. We have more power than we realize in these cases. And it's hard because we have to fight media, we have to fight marketing that's always telling us about all the things that are going on in the world. But we live in an abundant universe, right? I mean, we talk about the matrix, which pill people are gonna take. And that determines everything. And every single morning, you determine what color pill you're gonna take.